Hi, it's Son from Living with Parky, and welcome to my second clip. And this one is going to focus on the actual device itself and what it all sort of looks like and how it operates. So, bit of show and tell time. As you see here, you can actually see. Sorry if I'm grossing you out. You can actually see when they sort of cut back my hair, implanted the electrodes. That's already growing. Unbelievable, actually. I have another one which has been pretty sore down the side of my head over here. That one's actually not really as visible. For the first sort of week, let me see, I came out of hospital a week and 1 day ago. But for the first week, I couldn't really sleep on this side of my head, which is my preferred side. So I'd sort of thrash around and try and find a comfortable spot to lie, and I usually sort of lie on the very edge of my head, which wasn't the best sort of spot to do, but anyway, I got there. And then you sort of see, I can feel where the junction, where the wires come down the side of my neck, and you might be able to just see, if you look really carefully, you might be able to see where they come down, and they come down here, and then they come in to the actual unit. And there it is. That's the big device, which you can see why I said that I was glad to actually meet someone who'd already had the device with it implanted, because I think if I hadn't have done that, I would have been a little bit confronted, just not knowing what I was getting into. It doesn't concern me at all in terms of how it looks. I mean, it's a small price to pay, to be honest. It's not about that. It was just a bit bigger than I would have otherwise sort of realised. A lot of the swelling's out of this now. A lot of the bruising's gone too. So the surgeon's actually done an amazing job on that. That's a bit there. So I have a Boston Scientific device which comes with its own little charger. So I've just turned it on. And so when I go to charge myself up, it's not behaving. I've actually already just charged myself up today, so maybe that's not working. So after some mucking around, I managed to get it on properly, and now it's going to start beeping again. So once a week, I need to put this on around my neck. I've got a weight in one side and the charger in the other. You pop it around your neck and you basically chill out and watch TV for whatever time it takes to charge it up. I think when I did it this morning, it was about 40 minutes or so. I was told to always keep that one on a charger and keep that one going at all times. So that one just stays constantly charged. You also get given this. So this is your remote control. To be honest, I'm pretty hesitant to even touch this thing, which I think they're going to give me another session on it tomorrow when I'm there with my husband, which will be good. But the main thing I need to know, and the sort of questions I'll be asking them, is what do I do? How will I know if it's actually been accidentally turned off? Because there's certain places I need to be very careful. And what if it does accidentally get turned off? How will I know that? Will I know that? How hard is it? to get it, you can only get it turned back on anyway other than by doing this, which I suspect the answer is no. That's sort of basic stuff. But there's some things that you do need to be really conscious of, so that there's actually a really long life on the battery, which is about 20 odd years, which is really good. But the biggest thing to be aware of is that you have to be careful of anything that uses electromagnetic fields. Any detectors, theft detectors, tag deactivators, RFID devices, like you see in department stores, for example, or libraries, they warn you to be very careful of those. I'm not sure. I'm going to ask tomorrow whether I should ask if I can go around them. Certainly out at the airport, which we've been to a few times to pick up our kids when they've come to visit us, they say to just avoid them altogether. And that wasn't an issue. I just let them know that I had an implant, and they just had to pat me down basically, and do a manual search, sort of, pat down over the body, that sort of thing. Otherwise, it's just staying away from arc welders, not really going to be a big issue for me. Strong magnets and that sort of stuff. They also say to be very aware if you need to get, if you have to go to the dentist, and if you're likely to need an MRI or an X-ray, that needs to be discussed with your dentist prior. I know I was reading this morning that there's actually an MRI enabled mode on the device that makes it safer to have an MRI. I'd be really hesitant, but maybe that's just because I'm so new to it at the moment. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's probably it in short. So I hope that's sort of useful, having a good look at it. Okay, and so when the device is actually finished charging, it actually goes beep, 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 beep. So you get two little bips close together. That way you know you're cooked. You're ready to go for another week. Okay, cheers.